Well, good morning and welcome to the end of another week. It's August 26th. Incredibly busy week here at Asset Class, so let's dive in. Well, first of all, this week, a couple of very quick announcements. The first related to our community conference Signals coming up on October 3rd here in New York. And the announcement that Jean Ludwig, who's the former comptroller of the currency, the 27th, under the Clinton administration, Jean will be joining us talking about some themes that are actually very relevant right now. Jean presided as comptroller of the currency during the credit crunch of the mid to late 90s and was instrumental in helping to loosen the grip on credit at that time, make credit available to those who most needed it. And he'll be talking and sharing with us some of the lessons of that time, certainly making some observations in a fireside chat that he and I will have at the event on some of the themes that exist today. The tightening of credit, certainly, with what's happened in the early part of this year with SVB, the emergence of private capital and indeed the credit funds that are available to investors. Also looking at some of the other macro trends that exist in the private capital market. So it'll be interesting to have Jean at the event. We look forward to welcoming him. The second announcement that we shared this week was regarding Plaid, and Plaid, as many of you will know, is one of the world's largest money movement platforms. Plaid is now integrated with Asset Class. Essentially what this means is if you're a general partner and you're onboarding an investor through the Asset Class platform, we'll connect them via Plaid to their nominated bank account. That enables you to both pull money from that account in the case of capital calls or drawdowns, and also push money to those accounts by way of distributions. So it really streamlines the process, but crucially, it removes the potential for fraud from the process. You're not holding any bank account details on your system. It is being processed over bank-grade security infrastructure via both Asset Class, which is SOC 2 compliant, and indeed SOC 3 compliant, which is bank-grade security for the non-technical. And equally, Plaid is SOC 2 compliant end-to-end, so it is a completely secure end-to-end money movement platform, removing the potential for fraud or man-in-the-middle attacks, as they're often referred to. So really excited to announce that, and you'll find details on our website under the money movement section. If you click on products, click on money movement, you'll see some details there. So very excited to announce that, and please engage with us if you have needs in that regard. We'll be happy to talk to you. A couple of other announcements relating to Signals also. So we have a second power panel at Signals, really looking at the broader private capital landscape, and participating in that panel, led by myself, will be Marit Harm, who heads up investor relations at Boardman Capital out of Milwaukee. They're an existing client of ours. They'll be sharing some details of their path to digitizing their operations. We've also got Andrew Newton, also a client of ours from Amplify Capital, who'll be joining us, and Adam Beeler, who heads up institutional sales at Angel Oak. Angel Oak are based out of Atlanta, and Adam will be bringing an institutional view to that conversation. So really looking forward to welcoming all three of those to the panel, and making some further announcements on that back in the coming week with our fourth and final participant. But great to see that progress there, and we look forward to you joining us on the 3rd of October at the Signals Conference to listen in as we have that discussion with that panel. So, in other market-related news this week, the SEC on Wednesday announced some sweeping changes for the private capital industry, particularly relating to venture capital and private equity firms. It really centers on the new requirement to provide transparency around things like fee structures, and provide quarterly statements around fees and details of the performance of the funds. These are new requirements. It is going to require that funds get their act together relative to LP communications. Thankfully, we can help with that. We have a communication center that allows you to schedule fund updates, to provide them to particular groups of people or cohorts within your various funds. We'd love to talk to you about that. I am going to produce a separate video just looking at that in a lot more detail, because there's a lot to uncover in those changes. So more on that. That video will come here in the next week or so. But if you're involved in the private capital industry, you do need to be aware of it. Check it out. So the SEC changes on the 23rd of this week. Those changes were announced. You'll find some details online. I'll put a link to a Reuters report here in the notes of this post, but to check out those changes. They're going to be fairly significant for a number of companies out there. In our podcast series, The People of Private Capital, this week we launched the latest episode. Check it out in the comments below this post. Interviewed Garrett Bedrin. Garrett is a partner at the Bedrin organization. Really interesting conversation with Garrett. He shared details of really the growth of his 70-year-old family company. They have interests in shopping centers, storage, multifamily, etc. Shared some of his investment thesis with us. Really interesting episode. Hope you can check it out. As I say, we'll put a link in the notes below. So that's it for another week with Lady Liberty just in my background here from New York. Next week I will be coming to you from Europe. I'm flying back, in fact, later today, and look forward to catching up with you then. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.